Let's be honest, no one likes to fail. Failure feels painful, it's disappointing, and sometimes it makes us question whether we're good enough. But here's the truth: failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success. Think about the people you admire: athletes, inventors, entrepreneurs, artists. They all have one thing in common: they failed before they succeeded. Take Thomas Edison, for example. When he was trying to invent the light bulb, he didn't get it right on the first try. In fact, he failed over 1,000 times. But when someone asked him how it felt to fail so many times, he simply said, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. I found 1,000 ways that didn't work." That's how champions think. They don't see failure as defeat, they see it as information. Every mistake teaches them something new. Now, let's talk about Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players in history. Did you know he was cut from his high school basketball team? Most people would have given up, but not him. He used that rejection as fuel. In his own words, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. I've failed over and over and over again. And that is why I succeed." The lesson here is clear. Failure isn't the end unless you allow it to be. But why do we fear failure? Most of us are scared of failing because we think it says something bad about us. We think, "I'm not smart enough. I'm not talented enough. Maybe this just isn't for me." But what if we change the way we looked at failure? What if, instead of seeing it as proof that we're not good enough, we saw it as a sign that we're growing? Here's a fact: no one starts as an expert. The best musicians, the best writers, the best scientists, they all began as beginners. They made mistakes, they stumbled, and yes, they failed. But the reason they became great is that they didn't quit. Failure teaches you lessons. Success never will. Here's something most people don't realize: failure is a better teacher than success. When you succeed, you feel good, but you don't always learn much. When you fail, it forces you to reflect. You ask yourself, what went wrong? What can I do differently next time? How can I grow from this experience? Each failure brings you closer to the solution. It sharpens your skills and makes you stronger. In fact, failure isn't a step backward, it's a step forward if you learn from it. Some of the greatest successes came from failure. Let's look at J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before becoming a billionaire writer, she faced rejection after rejection. 12 publishers turned her down. She was broke, depressed, and struggling as a single mother. But she didn't give up. She kept believing in her story, and eventually, one publisher took a chance on her. The result? One of the most successful book series in history. Imagine if she had given up after her first rejection. What dreams are you leaving behind just because you're afraid to fail? How to turn failure into fuel. So, how can you turn your own failures into fuel for success? Here are some simple steps. 1. Accept that failure is normal. Everyone fails. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign that you're trying. 2. Learn from every mistake. Ask yourself what the experience taught you. Each failure has a lesson hidden inside it. 3. Adjust your strategy. If something doesn't work, don't keep doing it the same way. Change your approach and try again. 4. Keep going. The only real failure is giving up. As long as you keep moving forward, you're already winning. Failure builds resilience. Here's another important thing: failure doesn't just teach you lessons, it makes you stronger. It builds resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after something knocks you down. When you fail and try again, you're training your mind to be tough. You're proving to yourself that no matter what happens, you won't quit. And that mindset is more powerful than any natural talent. Your failures don't define you. Your response does. At the end of the day, it's not the failure itself that defines you. It's how you respond to it. You can let it break you, or you can let it build you. Every time you get back up, you become stronger than before. Every setback is a setup for a greater comeback. Final thoughts. Don't be afraid to fail. If there's one message I want you to take from this, it's this: don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid of never trying. Be afraid of looking back one day and realizing you didn't give it your all because you were too scared of making mistakes. Start seeing failure for what it really is: a tool, a lesson, and a necessary step toward success. And remember, The most successful people in the world aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who fail, learn, and keep going anyway. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now. Make mistakes, learn from them, and use those failures as fuel to reach heights you never thought were possible. Your journey doesn't end when you fail, it begins. Thank you for watching. If you found this video inspiring, please share it with your friends, family, and neighbors so more people can be encouraged. Don't forget to like this video if it touched your heart and subscribe to my channel, Jago, for more motivational content. Jago.